We are officially recording.
Alright, well, we're freewheeling it this week. We don't know what we're talking about.
Well, yeah, we do. I mean, so, hello everybody. I'm Hodgie.
Boneman.
Boneman. We're shooting this a day early, so to keep it consistent, I'm still going to do my weigh-in tomorrow, and I'll put it up on the page as a separate file. But the last weigh-in I did was like Thursday, and I was at 334. So
Under the goal.
Under the goal. So officially met the first goal.
18 pounds it would have been
That
for
would have been 18. Yeah.
Damn.
So officially met the first goal. So we do have something to do today, which is set the next goal.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, wait, what?
Well, we don't know where you're at. That's the whole reason you were supposed to weigh in before we did this. So we could set the next goal. What if you're at like 303 right now?
I doubt that. I honestly doubt that I'm at 303. This week's been pretty slow, to be honest. I got sick, and I was just.
Kind of like that too. It's like, breaking the wall.
Should we? Let's start over.
No way, I'm not starting.
I'm kidding.
Slow week.
It was a slow week, yeah.
You got sick.
I got sick, and then
Sick
I think
of the world.
Like congestion. I think it's because the weather here has been so wacky.
The world sucks.
My allergies have been acting up more, and so I got
weather.
Yes, so I started getting
Depressed.
No, like really bad congestion and like almost hay fever type.
Hate fever.
Yeah, hate fever. Hay fever. Those of you with allergies would know what hay fever is.
Hate fever.
And then I think I was going a little overboard with the MCT oil. Definitely given like a couple squirts more than the normal amount.
Why?
I was also
you're getting hungry in the morning?
No,
so
but I
want more.
I think I was
the flavor.
I think I was doing it to sort of because I knew it was kind of fending off that hunger throughout the day, so I was putting more in so I could be like muscle through it and go longer, and I think I reached the point where it was just like messing with my gut, and I had to take a break. I took like a day off from it, and I felt better, and then I went back to it like maybe Thursday, but I only did like the normal serving size. Yeah.
Allowance.
I also changed what I was drinking. Like, I was drinking like the biggest iced coffee you could get at Starbucks, and I think that also was like why I was putting so much in it, because I wanted to actually be able to taste it or like
Flavor
have it affect the coffee. But
black coffee,
right? But I've gone to just getting a few shots of espresso over ice. So, and because it's a smaller amount of coffee, but it has like the same effect that large cup of coffee had. I can put a small amount of the MCT oil in, and it does the exact same. I don't have.
All right.
I think I was trying to do too much and like, but I also didn't get to go to the gym. Yeah, I also didn't get to go to the gym this week because I didn't feel really good. So I went this morning. So when I do my weigh-in, that might factor in. But I doubt it'll be, more than a pound or two difference from.
Yeah.
It seems like I lose most of the weight like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I don't really I kind of just plateau as the week is going by. It's
Yeah.
kind of interesting, but we'll see. I'll post it up tomorrow, but definitely I'm under the 335
Hell yeah.
goal. So
I was on vacation this week, and so I didn't eat any of my yogurts, man. I made like frozen pizzas like crazy. I had Portillo's more than once with chocolate shake and cheese fries.
did you have the chocolate cake?
No, I've been leaving the cake out, but
You should have got a chocolate cake shake.
I just watched Enrique Iglesias.
Gabriel, the fluffy guy.
Iglesias,
He was in
yeah.
Chicago. That was filmed in Chicago, which is
Yeah,
kind
well,
of
I
cool.
just watched the first like half hour of it.
And he
He's
talks
like,
about that.
finally, special in Chicago. And I was like, oh, that's here. Oh.
There's a couple of comedians from Chicago that have done specials that I've watched.
Did Hannibal Buress doing
Hannibal Buress, I think, did one. Pete Mulaney,
Oh,
John Mulaney.
John Mulaney. I
John
was
Mulaney.
at that one.
The Comeback
You can
Kid?
see me on that one.
Yeah.
No, it was the... Oh, yeah, I guess it was the Comeback Kid, because I found him on New Kid in Town. That's where I discovered him.
Yeah.
That one's funny as shit. Me and Creamy went to that one. To
And
the one
then
at Chicago
some
Theater.
guy from, I think he says he's from Arlington Heights. This Italian guy, Sebastian Maniscalco.
Oh, I hate that dude. Oh my god! That dude is not funny.
That one I watched, I thought was funny, and then I went back to the ones he did before, and I just couldn't. I don't think he had found his. He was still working on that weird, like, you talking to me kind of
He's like
form.
an annoying Italian mother, like, but, yeah, not my type of thing. But actually, I didn't get through the new fluffy one,
Yeah,
because I don't know.
it's pretty funny, especially at the end. He does, like, he revises, he adds on to a story from a previous joke. I think that he did.
Actually, I stopped probably right when he brings up the chocolate cake shake, because he brings up he's in Chicago, and he's like, first time I was over here, like 10 years ago, Portillo's.
Yeah.
And then I
And
didn't
then you
even
went to
see what the
Portillo's.
premise
You're like,
was.
yes,
No, this was
Portillo's.
after, but there's definitely, so good.
What did I had sausage McMuffin with egg without the McMuffin.
Oh, man.
So it was
Not the English.
it was pretty good. I was surprised. I thought they would get it wrong and like just give me the muffin.
Yeah, no egg and stuff.
But it was just sausage, cheese, and the round egg that they
And
had.
if they gave it to you, you would have eaten it. You wouldn't have eaten
No.
it. You'd be like, well, I can't throw it away.
No. But it was weird. They like had like a little chicken nugget box that they put it in. Like they didn't, because
They couldn't wrap it up.
yeah.
That's
I saw
funny.
somebody on Instagram like eating that, but like they used 2 sausage patties as the bread, and I was like, oh, that's intriguing. But how do you even order that? So I just started simple because in the morning at McDonald's these people are gonna get things wrong, because that's what they're known for, is getting things wrong.
Whoa.
So I just was
Fuck
like,
you, McDonald's.
but they were like really they were concerned. They were like, wait, you don't want you want a McMuffin without the McMuffin? I'm like, exactly.
Are you sure you know
I'm
what
like,
you want?
exactly. That's exactly what I want.
They were like, are you
So.
sure? Louis came out with a new one a couple days ago, and I think I've seen all of them, and I've always been like, okay, yeah, that's Louis, it's pretty good. This one, I was actually laughing pretty fucking hard.
I was gonna watch it soon.
It's good. Or
what was
my
the other one
favorite so far.
There was another one that just came out. I forget. I watched
Dave
the 2
Chappelle's,
Dave Chappelle ones. They're okay. You could tell that those were old.
Right? Yeah, it's like
I saw him on Jimmy Kimmel maybe, and he was talking about how he taped those like 5 or 6 years ago, and they just
Was it that long ago?
and they were just like sitting on his shelf. And when Netflix
dude.
called and was like, "We'll give you $70 million for 3 specials, and he's like, well, I got 2 already, so here you go.
Damn,
and he just has to film them.
treated.
And I'm like, because there's so much Bill Cosby stuff in there, in that first one, that it's like,
old, yeah.
that you're like, this is definitely not
I didn't think it was
recent.
5 or 6 years.
Well,
I thought it was like 2 years old.
I think it was when all that Bill Cosby stuff came out, which is, I don't know what, like 3 or 4 years ago.
I guess,
But yeah.
That one got me. He's wearing a suit now too. During this one, he's
Oh, yeah,
always
yeah.
in a black shirt and
Yeah.
black pants. It's like his uniform. I think he's trying to. He's entering a second phase, I think.
Adam Sandler's coming out with a new movie on Netflix Friday.
I think the last one I saw, like just the thumbnail for, is called "The Do-Over," and he's like yelling at David Spade.
I watched
You
that one.
watched it?
Yep, it's interesting. I mean,
What is he doing over?
they're doing over their lives, because like David Spade.
Did he go back to Bed Bath and Beyond with the fudge?
No,
Come on, man.
I don't want to give too much away because I'm sure our 10 subscribers, our 11 subscribers, don't want me to ruin the premise of this movie. But essentially, it's like Adam Sandler and David Spade's characters went to high school together, and Adam Sandler like moves on, and David Spade is like working at a bank inside a grocery store, and his wife is like cheating on him, blatantly cheating on him and stuff like that, and
cuckold.
apparently Adam Sandler comes back and he's like a CIA agent or something like that, and he is able to fake David Spade's character's death. I think I'm getting this right. I saw it like 6 months ago or whenever it first came out.
The first thing came out, yeah, it written on your calendar.
Yeah.
You're like, this one's gonna be as good as Waterboy.
And then they like, I don't know, something happens and then they live their life. So no spoilers, I guess, because I can't really remember
Dude,
the
what
song.
the fuck happened to fucking David Adam Sandler, man?
Well, he's making movies like that little kids like. Bill Burr was talking about it. He was like,
oh yeah,
he's
yeah.
I get it now because I get what he's doing. Like he has little kids, and I sit there, or somebody said it. I don't. Maybe it
I
wasn't
heard
Bill
that
Burr.
too. No,
Or no, Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan said it.
Okay, yeah.
And he's like, I'm sitting there watching these movies with my daughters, and they're cracking up. And he's like, I get it now. He's
Yeah.
making movies for little kids.
Yeah.
He's making. It's like they're not going to appeal to us. But then again, I think about it. When we liked Adam Sandler, we were little kids. So maybe he's not really changing up anything that he's doing.
Still, man.
It's just.
There's some nostalgia factor when we watch those movies, but they're still fucking funny though.
I mean,
I can't.
yeah.
It's not. I refuse to believe that we're only laughing at them and we only like them because.
Remember that one day we had where like everything revolved around Adam Sandler movies? Like somehow everything we did that day, we could recite a line from Adam Sandler movies. Like, we went to like a hot dog stand and I was like, what do you want? And you're like, 30 packets of ketchup. And then like I got a chocolate shake and I'm like, if I drink this, it's going to go straight to my ass or something. That's a line from, I don't know if it was I don't know if maybe everything revolved around Big Daddy that day, but yeah, but I remember doing like going and riding our bikes around the neighborhood or something like that and like just like reciting lines from different Adam Sandler movies.
Well, I just realized that one of your birthdays involved going to see The Wedding Singer.
Yep. Yeah.
And then went to like a Mexican restaurant afterwards, or some
Something.
restaurant right by your house.
Yeah.
But then I had to leave to go to fucking hockey practice, and I couldn't stay for dinner. I was just like, I hate my life. I hate hockey.
Oh, we went to a pizza place. The pizza parlor down the street.
I hate my life. I hate hockey.
Which like closed like
Right after,
Like,
right
2
after
months
they
after.
poisoned all of us.
2 months
We
later.
played basketball, and then we saw that.
Yeah.
Was that before or after Beyond the Mat? It's probably before, right? Because Wedding Singer
Yeah, that
came
was
out like
before.
96, probably.
That was funny that we watched a documentary about pro wrestlers, and it was so dark and like for my birthday.
Yeah, dude.
Watching Jake the Snake be like super drunk, on crack, and he's got his life together.
He does smoke crack, right? In that, doesn't he?
He does something like that.
He does some sort of drug.
He's hooked up with Diamond Dallas Page, and they live together doing yoga, doing the DDP yoga.
Dude.
Him, Scott Hall, who is also like a crazy alcoholic.
I remember that name.
And Diamond Dallas Page, they all live in this house together.
No way, that's crazy. And they're not filming it yet?
They did.
Yeah, okay.
I watched part of it. I watched it. It was like Jake the Snake Roberts goes, he's the first one. And DDP's like, I'm going to start this house. I'm going to help people. There's some like other people who are just there trying to lose weight and things like that. And he's like, I'm going to help you get back, help you lose weight, help you, get your life on track. And it helps. And then they're like, you know who we need to call? Scott Hall. Because he's like off the rails too. He's like doing drugs and drinking and stuff like that. And they bring him in and he's doing okay, but
what about Scotty Too Hottie?
I don't think anybody cares.
He's off the rails,
I don't think anybody cares. Matt Hardy. Do you know Matt Hardy?
Aren't they supposed to be? I saw some ad that said they were coming back.
I heard he fell off, or one of them did. Like Jeff Hardy fell off, but Jeff Hardy was more popular than Matt Hardy because he was the one who did all the crazy stunts, and Matt Hardy was the
black hair or the.
Matt Hardy's the black hair, and then Jeff Hardy was the blonde hair who did all the crazy stunts, and Matt Hardy would just kind of like stand back and be like, "Hey, that's my brother." Like now he's off the rails because like he's not popular because they're not a tag team anymore, and he's not popular, so like he's going off the rails. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I haven't watched. I think it's really weird that I haven't watched wrestling since I started going to high school. Like, for some reason, like immediately I started going to high school and like I just stopped watching wrestling. And then like I watched it again and I was thinking like I turned on Raw. I don't know when it was, what month it was, and I was like, oh, let me try to watch WCW Nitro. Mm-hmm. And I go, it's like a movie, and I'm like, what's going on? And then I had to read online that WCW got bought out by WWF, and I was like, what? I'm like, I haven't been out of it for that long. Like I was probably like a freshman in high school still when that happened, and I'm like, what? Like when I stopped watching wrestling, they were still like doing really well, and then all of a sudden they didn't exist.
So wait, back in the day there was WWF, then I remember that video game WCW versus NWO.
Right.
So NWO was its own thing too?
No, right? NWO was just like a state,
to be an outside
a faction of WCW. Like that's why WCW was popular at all. It was because Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Sting wasn't a part of it for the longest time, and that's why.
Game, though. It was so badass, dude.
He was part of WCW.
It was a great game, though.
NWO, but yeah, he was NWO's mortal enemy for like 3 or 4 years, and then he joined, and then him, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash formed the Wolf Pack, which was the red NWO.
They're in red.
Yeah, the red NWO. And then there was the original NWO with Hulk Hogan still, and like Macho Man and all the old guys from WWF that like left in the early 90s. But I read a lot about it because it's like what happens to these people and like what happened to the people I used to watch because I stopped watching. I'm not up to date with like John Cena and the New Day and all these crazy, all these crazy
Sunny Day Real Estate.
Like I heard about CM Punk and then it was like, oh, he's from Chicago, and then by the time I realized that and I started to watch, he wasn't.
Was he trying to fight in UFC or something?
Yeah, he wasn't even wrestling anymore. It was like, oh, there goes that. So,
have you ever done yoga?
No.
I told you, right?
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
Did we ever talk about that?
I probably tried to do it because Melissa did it for a while, and like I was just not flexible enough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not very
and my
flexible
gut
either.
gets in the way.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I signed up for the monthly, so I was just paying. I actually canceled it on the 3rd because I wasn't going. Like, I thought I was gonna go like 3 times a week, and then once I got sick like 2 months ago, I don't know, it just like turned off this thing. But I was really, really enjoying it. It's hot yoga, like the hottest class was 105 degrees. So you were just totally soaked at the end, but my back felt better because, you know, I don't stretch and I'll sit around stupid, all hunched over, and my back gets all messed up. But I feel like yoga would be good for you because, like, if your knee's still messed up or if, like, you know, because getting flexible is like the first, you just don't want to start lifting.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if you want to, like, body weight exercises are the shit too. Some push-ups, some squats.
After watching the DDP yoga thing with him and I thought about like maybe I should look into that.
It's fun, man. I would feel great afterwards. My back would feel great. Sweat like madness.
Because at least I feel like with him, it's different. It's not just like regular yoga. It's like
I feel that too. Like, well, I mean, what I was gonna say is like it's the place I go to. Yeah, I mean, it's a little new agey, but it's still nice, you know. And at the end, after you fucking sweat your ass off, you just lay down for like 10 minutes. She puts this like oil rag on your head, like peppermint or something really effervescent. You just like lay there. Music. Yeah.
Okay. We should.
Okay, what?
I'm thinking we should like find a place that'll let us film it film us doing it.
Jesus. I don't think that would work with one camera.
Why not? We'll get multiple cameras. We just need people to donate money so we can get more cameras. Or we could just do it down here in the basement.
Yeah. Do some...
And, you know, like get the DDP... or do
Oh, yeah. Does he sell?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he does sell videos, so we could do it.
That would be awesome. I'd totally be down for that. But we gotta turn the temperature up down here.
Yeah, it is pretty cold. It's like almost 60-something degrees outside. It's like 30 degrees in here.
Yeah, 60 is warm for here right now, but down here it is cold.
It's unseasonably warm outside, but it's unbearably cold down here.
Well, what should it be in April? I mean, it should be getting...
Like, it should be like 40 or 50.
Yeah, rainy.
And it's going to be 65-ish. Tomorrow's going to be 75.
Although now we have this like antiquated notion of what the seasons seem like, I think, still from when we were kids. Because if I think of like fall or spring, I think of fall or spring like at my grammar school. And I remember, well, that was during these months because I would be walking to and from school and that's what would be happening.
Right.
And now it doesn't even follow that.
That's true.
It doesn't even get like... Was Halloween actually warm this year? But I feel like a bunch of times it's been cold as shit.
When we were growing up, like you could never wear your costume. It was never warm enough to just wear.
It was too cold.
You had to wear a coat.
Yeah.
Or try to finagle your costume over your winter coat because it was so cold.
Or have like a warm costume, like a lumberjack. With lots of flannel.
I remember Kelly took me trick-or-treating once. And it had snowed, and there was ice everywhere. And we were walking around the neighborhood, and there was one house that had a porch, which is kind of like a full-length porch. It was kind of rare around here. And there was a man sitting in the it looked like a dummy, right? Sitting in the corner with the bowl of candy, and I was behind a group of kids. And when the kids went to go grab the candy, he moved and right? And the kids like and they kind of like pushed me, and it was so icy that I slipped and I fell down the stairs, and my bag of candy burst, like combusted.
How old are you?
8 or 9 maybe. And like the family felt so bad that they just like gave me the bag of like their reserve candy. They're just like, we're so sorry, and they gave me another grocery bag and like filled it in, and the other kids just like ran away. But it was like, and Kelly felt so bad. She took me to Dunkin' Donuts and gave me a donut, bought me a donut.
As if the candy, all that bags full of candy was.
I think
enough.
she didn't. I think she was. The story she told me was that like she was. Like she took me trick or treating so she could meet boys or something like that, and so she didn't want me to tell my parents, so she was bribing me with donuts or something. I don't know.
Oh my god!
But I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah,
like, I was just like,
oblivious.
I'm like, sitting at the counter at Dunkin' Donuts, like when they used to have a counter. Like that's how old this story is. It's like. The Kelly, she's like, here, just have a sprinkled donut. Okay, it hurts. It hurts.
Oh man. Yeah, we used to wrestle. I was Irish Spring and you were Polish Prince. Or no, I was the Banshee too. Or was that my finishing move?
I don't remember. We used to pull the mattresses from my bed into the like living room area of my basement and jump off the furniture.
The couch onto the mattresses, so fun.
Yeah.
Or when I hit the table the one time, I overshot the mattress and came down on the table with like my.
Were you there when Adolphus slept over and we decided to do it in the living room?
I think so.
And then he landed like right on his head. I was like, oh my god. He like went on like an end table and he was ready to do his best Jeff Hardy impression, and then he didn't flip completely over and he like landed right on his head, and we're like, should we stop?
Like a straight missile. He was like a birdie in badminton. Fucking boom! And he was such a big kid too.
Yeah.
It's like
I felt really bad.
He's a really uncoordinated black kid, I feel like.
He was like,
wow.
Like, I remember playing with him. Like we would play football every day and he ran. We always kind of joked about the way he ran.
He was clumsy. I remember.
Like,
now that you say that, I maybe picture. Did he run with like?
He had like really long
arms?
He had like really long arms, so like his arms moved kind of odd. He's like super fit now and like a bodybuilder. He was doing like professional bodybuilding and stuff for a while. Yeah, I was like, shout out to Adolphus, keep it up. He's like, yeah, he does like all the meal plan stuff and everything. He's really into it. I was like, good on you, man. Good on you.
I bet you it all stems from the time you landed on the top of his head in your front room. I remember it would snow, and at our schoolyard they would shovel the snow into big banks, right? Awesome. And we'd play football, and I think he caught I don't know, he was chasing after somebody, and he was about to say like, payback's a bit, and he slid on the ice, and it was, I think we gave him shit about that for a really long time. So like, when we would go to like tag somebody or try to get the football from somebody chasing them, we'd always say that. Payback, but we would never like finish it. Oh man.
Whew.
Good times. Yeah. Back when you could play tackle football.
Well, we never played tackle football unless they left the snow on because it was concrete. So, and then we played a weird hybrid of
school.
Yeah, weird hybrid version of football.
But then they would take it away from us. We played tackle until someone got hurt, like every year. Someone would get hurt, and then they would ban it, and then we'd like play two-hand touch, but tackling would make its way back in, like if no one was around. We played this weird hybrid version where you didn't line up. It was like so that you could play as much as possible and like score as much as possible in the small amount of time you had for recess. Going, kind of. So it was like the quarterback would just say hike, and then
you just have a crap load of people out there.
That's pretty much how we did it.
Trying to catch.
You'd have one guy counting to 7, 1,000,
Maybe.
2,000, 3, and then they would
I
go,
think
and then you could rush the quarterback. Yeah.
And it was just, but you never came back to line up and run out again.
Oh no, we pretty much did that.
It was just like, all right, if you got if the quarterback got tagged or he threw it and nobody caught it, you still stayed out there and you just ran around trying to get open.
We came back.
So it was like this weird hybrid. Like I had never seen it before. Like when I started going to that school, I was just like, what is this?
It's good to call like QB sneak if you were gonna start running, and you could get like one blitz.
I think it was like they even
did to call.
Sometimes we didn't even have that, and it was just like you couldn't quarterback sneak.
Right. Yeah.
But the game moves so fast, and there would be so many interceptions and so many touchdowns and stuff. It was ridiculous.
Then they would take the football away from us because, like I said, we would still kind of try to tackle or someone would still get hurt, and we'd play with like a pen or an empty water bottle. I remember those bleak days. We'd be like sectioned off behind the big toy trying to hide, like playing with a pen. Or back when you could play Smear the Queer.
Never played that.
What? No, really? But you know what it is.
No.
One guy has the ball.
Oh.
And that guy has the ball until he gives it up.
We never did anything that involved tackling like ever.
Oh, we were animals. It was great. That was so fun. So much fun.
Like we went to a forest preserve once, and that's when we could play tackle.
End of year party, and the teacher's like, "Yeah, it's your last day.
Whatever."
Crazy, hurt each other.
I mean, as a teacher, we do those end of the year picnic kind of things.
Clubs.
And then
all right, Billy,
you have these kids who think they're like, you hate them because
Joe Montana.
You hate them because they are like so cocky and they think they're great. And so I was, they always need an extra person, so they always ask the male teachers to play. And so I played, and I decided, this game I was going to play the line for them. And this one kid is so cocky. He's like, I'm going to get... And then he ran, and nobody liked this kid, really, I feel like. And he ran, and I just went like... And he went flying, and he just stopped playing because he was so embarrassed that Mr. Kruger just annihilated him in front of everybody. So
picked out a little misfit.
Yeah. He wasn't little. He was like, a decent sized kid.
This was a big 9-year-old, man. No,
he's like 18, so I didn't feel that bad.
Well, fuck him then. Where's he at? I want to get this kid too. Sounds like a real terrible person.
Yeah, but that was fun.
Was his name Bradley?
No. I don't remember what his name is.
Douglas?
No. You're naming white names. There's
Julio?
no white... No,
Julio?
No. Man. So what should be the goal? What should be the next goal?
Well, that was 17 pounds of goal. Took 3 weeks, roughly, right? It's probably going to start slowing down, I would guess. It's like 315 is a pretty hefty goal. It's another 20 pounds.
Right.
Depending on where you're sitting right now.
Right. So you want to say 320? Is that what you said? Wait, 20
315.
315.
So,
okay.
yeah, and, from the
My
goal.
brain just went out.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's good. So 315 is the next.
It's another 20 pounds from the last goal. Dude, that's good. And that 300 will be another milestone.
Okay.
Because once I broke 2, that feels good when you break a whole number. Right. You're like, ooh, I feel nice. I feel spry. Which I
mean, think about how much is it? 17 pounds? That's a bowling ball.
Yeah, it's more than one, I think.
Oh, the ones I would have to use so that my fingers could fit in them were always like 16 pound.
Yeah, maybe they're 16
those.
pounds. Yeah, dude.
I always want like a 12-pound ball, but they're never big. The holes are never big enough.
Sexy.
And I go bowling like once a year, and I go, I really should get my own ball. Maybe I'll actually bowl more if I get my own ball. And no. Maybe I would. Maybe I should get it.
Me and Kurtzy went and played pool the other day. I haven't played pool in a long time. I love pool, but I suck at bowling. But he works at like a Dave and Buster's-esque place.
Right.
So, you know, the bowling alley was like right there. And I was like, well, if it was free, I guess I wouldn't mind. But I'm so bad at it that like I really don't enjoy
join a
it.
league.
Oh, that's too much. Too much.
The Hodgie and the Boneman league.
No.
We should get some merch going. Should make some shirts and fanny packs and e-cigs for people with our logo on it. Wouldn't you want something with that logo on it?
E-cigarettes.
Fat flavored?
Just fat flavored.
No, it should just be all the foods I
Horrible.
miss, like chocolate cake flavored e-cigs. Biscuits and gravy e-cigs.
I went to Oberweis the other day.
Okay.
I got a waffle bowl dip nut. So
Are you just trying to make me mad?
You went, okay, yeah? You really need to tell the story? And I got butter pecan, 2 scoops, man. You don't miss ice cream too much?
I never was a huge ice cream person.
Just lately, man.
Because I always, like, if I wanted ice cream, it always had to come on some other baked good.
Like a cone or something? Oh, no, like pie.
Like pie or a brownie or...
Brownie. Oh, man, they had, like, brownie sundaes.
The best chocolate cake I've ever had at a restaurant is from Elwood's. It's in Lincolnwood. It's on Lincoln. It's like... My dad loves that restaurant, so we go. And for a while, they were... Somehow, they could deliver to the house. And I was... Like, before... I went on this diet. I ordered from them. Melissa was out or something like that, and I ordered from them twice in 1 week, and I got like 3 slices of chocolate cake. I mean, their food is really good too. They make really good, just like chicken, ribs, steak. They do like a Thanksgiving dinner kind of thing every night. Like that's their special. I like that. I usually get that, and then. The cake is amazing, and I would get the dinner. I got this twice in 1 week while she was away. That and like a couple of slices of cake. I was like 2 or 3 slices of cake, and I was like, It's like in diabetic coma.
Portillo's had 59-cent pieces of cake.
I know. I saw that on the news, and I was like, of course, when I've decided to give it up.
I saw a picture, and the lines were like. Crazy, so I was like, screw that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit in line for people. Like, I've never even gotten their cake solo. I've just gotten it in the shake. I've never,
I see.
you know, unless maybe like someone catered or something.
It's got a nice texture. It's fluffy, moist.
Since we talked about pie last time, I got French silk in my head, man.
That's one of my favorite. Though I do like the caramel silk supreme or something like that.
Okay.
It's like
nuts on it and
it's
stuff.
got like kind of like a pecan pie in the bottom, and then it's like got cream cheese, kind of cheesecake filling, and then they put the French silk on top, so it's like this,
really?
and it's like that's the ultimate.
Cuts
it's like
the chocolate.
super rich. It's super sweet. It's like
That sounds good.
But sometimes
Did they put chocolate shavings on top?
I think so. Yeah, maybe in nuts. Or no, they do like a chocolate sauce. I hate the chocolate shavings. So,
Really?
Yeah.
What? On a French silk
I'm a
Even Christmas when they're red and green?
yeah.
Oh man.
Ask my family when we
That's
have
crazy.
those pies.
Oh my God.
I will take my fork and like swipe them off to the side
leave me alone.
for other people. No, for other people. If you enjoy it, you're gonna get with me. You're gonna get extra of those, and then I'll cut my slice, which is usually like a quarter to a half of the pie, and then I'll eat it.
That's crazy. You're crazy.
Yeah. But I don't really miss that stuff. But I also have it in my head like this Friday. My sister's coming in, and I think Saturday there's like cheat day planned, and Sunday's Easter, so another
cheat weekend,
cheat meal. But I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast, and he was talking about how, you know, I think it was the Appalachian Trail person, and he was talking because he makes these bars, and he's like, Joe Rogan was like, well, there's too much sugar and too many carbs in there for me, and but he's like, but there is a drink that I drink, and it just like brings you back to ketosis within an hour. And so I did some research, and I think I'm going to order that and see if I can get it expedited for this weekend. Maybe like even if I go and because we're going to ice cream parlor, right? So maybe if I can have that and then drink this drink, I'll kind of combat it. Because I heard that if you've spent all this time getting to this point where you're burning fat or ketones instead of carbs, and then you reintroduce carbs, your body is like, screw it, I want the carbs.
Yeah,
and you gotta go through the whole thing all over again. So he was like, Joe Rogan was like, yeah, you can drink like a whole Coke. Like, I don't know what he meant by a whole Coke, like a liter of Coke or something.
Or,
like a little can or like whatever.
Is
but you can.
A whole Coke?
But then you drink this drink and it brings you back within an hour. You're back into ketosis, or you've leveled out again. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna try that, and then I also am gonna put in an order for some more MCTO. I'm gonna try some different flavors, and I'm gonna try the Alpha Brain and the New Mood stuff.
I want to order that too. I gotta reorder.
Shout out to Caveman Coffee, liking our picture on Instagram. Thank you.
Sadly, this is not Caveman Coffee here, but it still has oil in it. It's delicious.
Yeah. If you haven't heard about Caveman Coffee, they make some pretty good
coffee for cavemen.
Coffee for cavemen. It's like organic, and they like know the sources, and
some wizard makes it.
Yeah. Wizard named
magical powers. Secret source. Magic mountain.
But they make like different roasts and things like that, so I think one's like saber-tooth roast, and yeah, they have a bunch of cool stuff. They also make a emulsified MCT oil.
What?
But they only had the one flavor, and
what flavor was that?
It's like coconut. So I decided to go with the Onnit brand just because they had more variety, and I thought vanilla would be a better base than coconut, because coconuts can be a little overpowering and stuff like that. But yeah, they make a 3-pack, so I think I might try that because it has vanilla, coconut, and strawberry, I think. So, and strawberry is supposed to taste good in water.
Yeah, I remember you saying that people were putting it in water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to stock up.
And I feel like if I get different flavors, I might mix it into other things besides coffee, because it doesn't have to just go into your coffee.
Right.
So.
You can put it on pie or.
Oh.
All right, so you're gonna so next weekend we're looking at a cheat day, and we'll probably the next one we record, you'll be in the middle of like cheat meals. You'll be in between. Right. Oh well, you probably won't be able to get that thing by next week. You think so?
I'm hoping I can expedite it. I don't know if not everybody does expedited shipping, but I'm hoping that you can. But then maybe if it comes midweek or early next week, like I don't have to worry about being out for so long. Like I could drink this, and then it'll help me get back to where I need to be.
Right.
So hopefully,
So hopefully we can get it here. Yeah.
But 3:15. is the new goal.
315.
Okay. Got a couple cheat meals coming up.
Next week you're looking forward.
See how that.
So you gotta buckle
affects
down
me.
before then.
Yeah.
Oh, according to what you read, I mean, because I feel like in order to get into a state of ketosis, that's a while of restricting your stuff, right? Like, so, like, don't you think it would take a couple weeks of that to actually switch your body into doing it right? Or do you think it happens within days?
It happens. I feel like it happens once those
They're gone.
sugars are out of your system.
Once you're done with, like, the headaches, because you're not getting headaches anymore or anything, right?
No, yeah.
You're not thirsty anymore, you're not...
Well, I'm always thirsty, so. And that's the thing. Like, I read that you should be drinking like bouillon to like.
Salt.
Yeah.
Keep your...
And there's like
Chicken
ketogenic like drinks that people make that have like salt in them and stuff, but yeah.
Get you a 12-pack of Campbell's, baby. Oh, man, chicken noodle soup. Alright, so 315. Cheat meals coming up. Nothing really changing. Get more oil. Get more supplements.
Yeah,
I should order some too.
but not going crazy.
I did
on
terrible
them.
this week. I'm back up in the 80s for sure. Because I just
Yeah,
didn't do anything.
I'm
productive.
gonna do a thing where the shirt I bought for Disney, I'm gonna take a picture of it every of me in it every Sunday till we go, so we can see a gradual thing, and I'll put it up on Instagram. I'll take a picture tomorrow because I took one last week after you left, but I didn't post it because I wanted to do like a comparison. I doubt there's much of a comparison between 1 week, but maybe monthly.
Or if we make a little flip book.
Or yeah, we could do that. Yeah,
And then
take one every week, and that way you can kind of slowly see
Right.
it. Yeah. So we'll do that. I'll post up my weigh in tomorrow after I do it, so it's more official. And
So you're not gonna splice it in?
no,
Oh!
kind of like the first week
There's no reason to even watch this then. Turn it off now. Turn it off. No weigh-in coming.
there will be a weigh in,
There's no weigh-in.
just not embedded in the
This is
video.
useless footage.
Well, maybe we should record on Saturdays, just so that we have more time to put everything up, and we don't feel so rushed and miss things
Like weigh-ins.
like weigh-ins and name titles and other stuff.
Hey, we're doing this very professionally.
Yeah.
We're covering all the bases. We'll see if all the audio is still working, and by the end of this.
And well, the camera hasn't stopped, so we're still going good.
All
so.
right. Well,
And then again, the big goal, the first macro goal, is still 100 pounds, right? So, or is it two?
breaking 3 would be a
Okay,
pretty good one, but
but that big one is the 200,
that's-
the 100 pounds. So getting down to about 252,
mhm.
250, and then the Disney World trip to recreate that photo. Yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Should we adjourn till next week?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Peace out.